you another beautiful story. The Little Bunny Tintim and the Easter Story. The little bunny runs, poor thing. The little bunny runs. The fox wants to catch him. He runs. Phew, he passed by a rock, climbed at the grass mound, jumped over rose bushes and reached his burrow. Heart racing, little tongue out, he closed the little door and laid down with his legs up. And Tintim stayed very still. He wanted to slow the beating of his heart and the sound of his breathing, the fear of being heard, silence, peace for that day. The next morning, on tiptoe, the little bunny looked around. He looked and looked, saw no danger, and went out to feed. Tintim walked calmly, played with the joke. Cute Mimi talked with Tata, the little cockroach, and returned home. But upon arriving home, the fox was waiting inside. Tintim leaned against the tree and saw the fox's tail. Afraid, he returned terrified. He sat in the corner and tears rolled down his little eyes. He climbed into the flower shop truck, hid among the plants, and only jumped out when the truck stopped. He ran across the field and started a new burrow. And suddenly he heard voices from. As a child, he smiled because Tintim loved children. He listened to the conversation. Niña, talking with her little friends, Florzinha said, Niña, your candy house is beautiful, but it doesn't have Easter eggs. Niña stopped, thought, and replied, Oh, I really wanted to have a little bunny so it could lay Easter eggs and I could fill my little house with Easter eggs. Tintim felt proud upon hearing that. He stretched his little neck, moved his ears to be noticed. He walked in front of the girls. They looked, whispered. Then Niña shouted, Florzinha, look at the little bunny. And all coy, Tintim ran. They followed and he stopped. His little eyes shone with happiness. Now Tintim had friends, still children. He played with them every day. Early in the morning, he would lie under Niña's window, and he loved playing in the candy house. He liked the smell of chocolate. One day, Niña said, Tintim, I want to decorate this house with your little eggs. You lay eggs, right? Tintim moved, wanting to say that he didn't lay eggs. But he didn't have the courage and left grumbling. What do I do now? I don't lay chocolate eggs and I don't even know how to make them. Niña won't be my friend anymore. She won't like me anymore. So he got home, packed his little bag, put it on his back and left. He walked away crying. Niña and Manu looked for him and were sad. The friends went out searching for Tintim, and Tintim, when he got close to them, hid among the plants. Niña got sick, even had a fever. She only thought about Tintim. The little cockroach, Tata and Mimi, had a great idea. Let's make little eggs. They started the work but couldn't succeed. Then the hen Bibi arrived. She observed everything, looked and said, I'll solve the problem. Sasomu. I will gather the eggs with the chicken coop group and you will take all the eggs to your friend. And then everyone hugged happily. The eggs were carefully separated by the hen baby. But the skunk smelled it and tried to grab it. The firefly saw and threw honey from Mrs. Bee into his eyes. The skunk spun, couldn't open his eyes. Then he ran away. Even so, the little animals kept watch. But another question arose: how to take the eggs to a Nina. They thought and thought. Mimi remembered her kangaroo friend. Problem solved. The kangaroo will take the eggs to a Nina. And on the way, another question: how will the eggs turn into chocolate? The little animals shook their heads and continued singing through the park. It was when a colorful light passed by the butterflies and landed on them. Tintim was sitting and sad when he heard a gentle voice. "You little bunny, you deserve a little gift." He lifted his head and saw a colorful butterfly fly over him and disappear among the roses. Everyone was enchanted and followed the path. But on the way, Tintim saw the fox again. Now quickly shouted, "We need to protect the eggs. She's following us." They made a vine rope and the kangaroo stayed in the center with the eggs protected. They arrived. They painted the chicken eggs. The eggs turned out beautiful and colorful. They put everything in the hole and covered it. They stayed alert so no one would take the little eggs.
Domingo, Easter Sunday, a Nina was returning from church. Tintim saw her from afar, opened the hole, and the eggs were different. He exclaimed, I saw. I am seeing beautiful chocolate eggs." Tintim jumped with joy, but wanted to understand what had happened. Chicken eggs turning into chocolate eggs. The butterfly landed on her ear. A colorful white cloud appeared. A sweet voice said, "Tintim, you don't lay eggs, but Easter is about rebirth, forgiving, and being forgiven." You are a symbol of peace because you represent the multiplication of good. Tintim then asked, "Who are you? Are you the one who did this magic?" "No, it wasn't me." "Yes, it was you, Tintim, with your kindness." Tintim then left happily and went to meet Anina. She ran and hugged the little bunny. "Happy Easter, my little friend. Happy Easter, Anina. Come with me. I have a present for you." And the little bunny went off, pulling his friend along. Manu and Florcinia arrived and followed Tintim. He showed the eggs. The children were enchanted. Anina hung some in the candy house and distributed other eggs among the friends. Tintim was surrounded by affection. The butterflies danced in the air, and a colorful cloud wrote, "Happy Easter."